Oh, Splat Zone, so gross. But it's on Robo Ramen, so it's more okay.
Yeah, it's more acceptable.
Tolerable. Welcome to the stream. So these Switch 2 leaks.
Yeah, so did you see any of it?
No, I didn't. What?
Oh, so there was so I think it was on a Chinese forum related to manufacturing, and we had pictures of the console.
Oh, really?
We had like the 3D pictures. I can't remember, the CAD or something. What you do when you do
Yeah,
3D
the CAD file, the CAD drawings.
Yeah. And then we had some actual physical pictures. And a lot of people were thinking it seemed legit. That forum apparently has leaked legit stuff before. Some outlets were saying that they didn't know for sure it was legit, but it lined up with everything they'd heard and they thought it was highly credible. They listed all the specs, although I think most of them, if not all of them, were already rumored and were part of the rumor where we had, or I guess it's not rumor, the speculation based on the parts they've been ordering, the shipments.
Right.
Which is gorgeous. It has the actual basis.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty strong ground.
Wait, I did see a mock-up recently, but I see these all the time, so I'm not sure if it's actually related to the leaks. But does it look like it has these like weird attachments that the Joy-Cons sit inside of? Like.
No.
Okay. It looked like it had a bigger screen, and then they had attachments on the screen.
Absolutely.
That the like current Joy-Cons could sit in.
Well, it has like a little middle part instead of the rails because it's the magnet.
Oh, I see.
So that's on the Joy-Con.
Okay, so the one I saw was probably just a fan mock-up, but.
Okay. But the screen is bigger, but that was also kind of based on the parts that they were ordering. Like, oh, they're ordering these screens. Some Nintendo or some handheld from this producer that Nintendo uses. They're ordering millions of this type of screen.
Yeah, seems pretty clear.
Yeah, it's probably for the Switch.
Shoot, man.
Yeah,
That
probably gonna switch my weapon.
I mean, anything else leaked aside from the CAD drawings and maybe what we already knew, specs wise, or?
I mean, there was some things the day before, and it's one of those things where there's a lot of videos and all these things on. I'm like, it's not really news, or it's not that big of news, but it was like, oh, Nintendo has either recently filmed or currently filming a commercial or a little video for the Switch 2.
Huh.
It's like, well, I kind of hope so.
Yeah, I mean, advertising has to happen, so.
Yeah, and I mean, it's probably. I mean, I don't think they're going to wait till early next year before we know anything.
Right. Hey, Sleepy, how's it going?
Right. So it's one of those things. And then the other thing was like, Nintendo's also been talking about developers about the new system.
That's also.
Well, I sure hope so.
Yeah, it's like what are...
it's like one of those things. Like, I'm sure you can just say that, and it's true. It's so safe.
Yeah. Pretty safe bet. So it seems to be pointing towards 2025 for release, right? That seems to be the.
Well, they said that we would hear about it sometime before the end of the financial year, which is March, I believe. And a lot of rumors have been that it's probably going to be, might not hit March, but maybe April or May for next year.
Yeah.
And supposedly, like, they did like some production earlier this year, but it's in like full mass production right now. But then there's some more stuff that came up with that leak, which was made a little saucier. They traced back the CAD images to a guy who does 3D printing stuff for, like, he's an enthusiast.
Oh yeah.
Has, like, he has some social media blog, so I was like, oh, so at least those are fake, or this is fake or something. I was thinking maybe that. But then people were like, no, it's actually found out that what actually probably happened. I'm not sure what the basis is, but this is just following up with Spawn Day this morning.
Right.
Is it's, I guess the story is, and I'm not sure how this was found out, so I don't know, but people seem to all be like, oh, this is absolutely true. That someone got a hold of an earlier Switch model, a prototype, because they have one that has like a motherboard in it.
Yeah.
That was in the leaks. And basically based on that, we're making the mock-ups in order to make accessories for it. So basically, they got a hold of an early one, maybe not legitimately from Nintendo, but from the manufacturer. They kind of get ahead of the game a bit.
Right.
And that's where the leaks are coming from. So, in where I read, it was a late 2022 prototype, but it's probably 2023. Like, that would make more sense. Because late 2022 seems really early.
Yeah.
I feel like, but that's, for some reason, that's what I felt like I read.
About to go have a late night.
Oh yeah, anyway, it's supposedly a prototype, but again, I don't know what the whole basis of all this new logic is.
Yeah.
But apparently it was sound enough for that to be what was reported by Spawn Wave this morning as well.
Right.
And everything I see about it...
We'll have a good late night taco, Sleepy.
On it, that was true. But last time I was like, oh, so is it at least partially fake, if not all fake? But, yeah. The system itself is pretty much if the Switch was bigger.
Yeah. That's not too surprising. It makes sense.
There's a few minor things. I mean, but a lot of these things were in rumors, so it's like, it's the safest leak if it is a leak.
We lost.
Because there's one extra button under the share button. Don't know what it does. The only new thing on it that wasn't, I don't know if it was part of any rumor, is that there is a USB-C cable on the top and the bottom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I mean, I saw a lot of people at first being like, oh, can you connect two switches together?
LAN party by USB-C.
DS support.
Yes, there we go. That's
make
now
a giant, basically make a little peripheral that's the in-between clamshell part. You make a giant DS.
Big old DS, monster DS.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
But I think a lot of people are thinking that the main reason for it is when you have it in, they have the kickstand out and doing it, you have a way to charge it easily.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Apparently,
feels like a weird improvement to like, I don't know, make a physical change. It doesn't seem like a Nintendo thing to do. To be like, oh yeah, people struggle to charge it. Yeah.
In that way, I mean, that's crazy, and that would be the type of thing I might not see him even implementing until later in the lifespan, when they're like, oh, here's the portable only switch, but guess what? You can connect it to the top and it'll be used for very few things, but also an alternative version for our DS stuff.
Yeah, maybe like DS ports.
I guess. Yeah. But, I mean, that's just kind of going a little wacky with it.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like Nintendo's more likely to go wacky with it than just have a simpler reason, like, charge it while it's on its kickstand. But I
But
don't
that's
have
a
much
plus.
faith in them about like simple quality of life
Yeah.
improvements.
Um, so yeah, that was one interesting aspect. Um, the sticks. So I think you only saw what the sticks looked like in the 3D mock-up, so that might not be right because in the actual pictures, it looks like there was no sticks attached.
Right.
So I'm still hoping they use where was the Holodex?
Yeah, the magnetic
magnetic
joysticks.
ones.
Hopefully.
I mean, the only evidence we have for that is they patented it like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
I think a year ago. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll do it, but it'd be nice.
For sure.
So, I mean, I'm just hoping that the Joy-Cons, I mean, them being bigger will probably make them a little bit better for me, but I just hope they're a little more ergonomic.
Yeah.
That'll be huge.
Right.
But, if the specs are real, I mean, and then again, a lot of it's based on something that has more bases. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's 12 gigabytes of RAM, which is, I think, 2 more gigs than the Xbox Series S.
Wow. That's actually, it seems a little bit overkill, to be honest, with the Switch.
Yeah. I don't know if that would have to do with the AI upscaling, being able to tap into that more. I don't know if that's RAM based or not. I don't know enough about it because I imagine. Yeah, I don't know if that will draw. How much that depends on it. But yeah, the power is when in handheld is comparative to a PS4.
Wow.
When docked, it's somewhere between a Xbox Series S and a PS4 Pro. It's just by people taking the specs and kind of taking what that kind of means, but it's kind of discounting it being or not taking into account it being a custom architecture.
Yeah.
And the AI upscaling.
I mean, I would be impressed if that was accurate.
Yeah, I mean that would be a huge jump and would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they'd be able to get a lot more mileage out of the system that way. A lot more longevity.
Right.
I think the main bottleneck for it at that point would be less about the power and more about storage.
Yes.
Oh yeah, storage, and this is rumored before, and it's kind of what I expected it to be. Because I was like, yeah, it should be 500 gigs, but they're going to go half that, and yeah, it seems like it's going to be 250.
Yeah.
So just with the sizes of games and everything, I think that's going to be a bigger deterrent than power.
Yeah.
In the long term. But I do think they'll be in a better position than with the Switch.
For sure.
If this all pans out.
Right.
And also, we'll see how well that AI upscaling works.
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
Yeah, because it's kind of like it's been a thing, and sometimes it works really well, sometimes it's okay. It depends on how it's implemented, and whenever Nintendo takes their crack at something, sometimes they can do it really well. So it's like, I'm interested to see if that makes a difference, or maybe it's more of a minor thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of hopeful for it because it seems to be, because it's with Nvidia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I have a little bit more confidence when a company that big and
And the thing with the original Switch when they switched over to Nvidia is they basically just took their Tegra system.
yeah,
Oh, nice. Um, didn't modify it, or at least hardly did,
yeah,
and just put that on the market. That was the Switch. Where I would suspect that they've worked a lot more closely with them on this system since the Switch was so successful, and Nvidia they've been talking about for years, like, oh, we need a good partner. And then we found one with Nintendo, so I imagine they put a lot of resources into getting them a good custom chip.
right. Because I
I
feel
guess
like
we'll
is
see.
it? Shoot, I'm trying to remember now. Does does PlayStation use AMD?
I believe so.
I find
I
that
think both
I
PlayStation
feel
and
like Intel Intel's been so crap for a long time. I still have Intel chips. Like I still buy them. I buy the CPUs, but I feel like they haven't changed much in a very long time. They've just been kind of chilling. And I've heard that that's been a pretty big issue for them. They're like
yeah.
they're they're kind of falling behind because they were really far ahead, and they're like, okay, we made it pretty far ahead. Let's just hang out for a while, and now they're falling behind.
We got to be like the main thing that's put in most Microsoft laptops and everything.
Yep.
And yeah, we could just. I think they got a bit complacent.
Yeah, for sure. It's like the video game companies doing the same.
Yep. Which
The
yeah,
cycle.
I'm hoping Nintendo breaks it a bit, just because they got burnt so bad.
With the Wii U.
Yeah. But
I hope so
we'll
too.
see. I'm interested to see what the price will be because, I mean, the rumor has been 400, which it's really funny with that because of that being a rumor. A lot of people might be like, "That's crazy. That's way more than a Nintendo system has cost before." And then after the the PS5
Yeah.
Pro, everyone's like, Nintendo announces this. There's been so many memes. Like Nintendo just announced the system at $399, and they're like, they just win. And everyone's like, oh, that sounds so good. For $399, that'd be crazy. It's like that'd be great, like in a positive way. And
Yeah.
like, man, it's weird how people change. And that almost worries me because I kind of wonder if Nintendo will be like, we could bump that up to 450.
Yeah.
And I would be like, just take the win. Just take the win to make it an easier, less friction that start the generation.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine, I don't know, but I'd imagine the 400 price point would probably be close to the manufacturing cost with a little bit of revenue. Nintendo's talked about how they don't like losing money on their on the margins
Yeah.
on their systems, and
consoles.
they mentioned a lot on the Wii U. That was I don't know if that's the only system, but yeah, that was a system where they charged less than it cost to make, and they seem very bitter about that because
Oh
not
yeah.
only
I
the
mean,
system that
especially
do
since
well,
nobody bought it.
yeah, but
No.
every person that did, they lost money on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fact, whenever I see an interview and they talk about the Wii U and going on the Switch, I feel like they get that fact in there, and I think because it's still that
Stings.
part still burns, and they think about that because
Yeah.
I've seen that brought up multiple times. That the fact that I remember that, so I feel like there's little chance they would want to do that. So yeah,
Right.
I feel like they would be very, or they might be thinking of pushing up to 450, even though boy, you're getting up there for what you normally expect.
Yeah.
Even maybe even 500. I mean, I don't see a world where it goes beyond that. 500 is the absolute top.
Yeah, 500
But
even
I could see
that
him.
seems extreme, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That
but
seems like the
450 I could
peak.
see you pushing to because that probably puts them in a more comfortable margin.
Yeah.
Because I could see 400 being probably pretty tight. But that's just, again, that's not based on any. I don't know how much it's actually cost them to make.
Right.
I think the reason we haven't seen the Switch get discounted is, well, one, it still sells anyway.
Yep.
Um,
That's a big one.
and two, because of inflation, it's like, well, instead of decreasing the price, it just stays the same price, so we can keep to the margin that we like.
They all got me.
So instead of doing what Sony's done with raising the price of system multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
just
they
kept
try
it the
to
same
they
price.
try to keep it the same.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they did do the OLED, which is $50 more. Yeah. I'm sure they make a good margin on the system now, and I mean, I hope they give it a good discount after they announce a new one. I mean, if that's like close to, they have the OLED for $350 and the new one's $400 or $450. I feel like they can't do that.
Yeah.
I remember they talked about they like the strategy of having a system that's around half the price of when they had the 3DS and the Switch out at the same time.
Yeah.
They lowered the price of the 3DS a lot. I mean, the last time we saw them discount consoles. Or a system, I should say, not a console.
Yeah.
So I could see them putting it down to 200 or 250. So you can kind of have that, oh, okay, if I pick up the original Switch, it's half the price. And they can clean a lot of those out for another year, 2 at most. But they probably shouldn't push it too much, because with the 3DS, they had one of their best years was the first year the Switch was out, which was surprising. But like after that first holiday with the Switch, the 3DS died.
Yeah.
The sales dropped off the cliff. So it was very odd that it had a glowing year
Kill me.
and then died because everyone moved on. But they can maybe do a similar thing with the Switch. They just need to know when to temper it off a little quicker.
Yeah.
And not kill off Alpha Dream in the process by having them all spread out their Mario Luigi remakes and get the worst selling game in the whole Mario series.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know what? I hate this mode.
Yeah, it's pretty crap.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Let's go do some salmon run.
Salmon Run?
Yeah.
Let's go get some scales.
Yeah, exactly. Even more enticing than normal.
That better not been just a thing for the Grand Fest week.
Oh, that would be so sad. I got 0 kills.
I don't think it is. I think it's permanent. A permanent change.
Yeah, it better be permanent. But it looks like that there's no way to go back to the
Oh, there is.
There is?
I forgot. It's kind of good news, bad news.
Oh.
There is a way, but it's tied to Amiibo.
No. Oh, what?
You have to use one of the idle Amiibo. So technically one of your cards will work.
Oh.
Because I think you have some of them.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to either of the 3 times. Because I didn't know they were going to do a post-Splatfest time. Where they have unique songs also.
Really?
Which is insane. And that's only for 2 hours, which is also insane that they did unique stuff for that. And it's early day time was that 3rd one. So I didn't hit it. I just saw later videos of it.
That's so weird.
So you could go
that they
to
did
either
that.
3 of the time periods. Yeah, they started, I don't know when they started. I feel like it was
The room's open.
maybe even less than a year ago. Having a post-Splatfest time where they have the Dawn Break song or whatever it's called playing. And it's just kind of this kind of I don't know, it's a nice song, but it's like, oh, this is kind of a weird period. It's one that's
Chill.
calculating the results.
Yeah, chill vibe.
Yeah.
Sleepy says she's hopping on.
Oh, nice. Awesome. We're gonna get these. Oh, I need to check the rewards to make sure.
Oh, yeah. How do you do that from in here?
Maybe I'll jump out real quick. Join it back.
Okay. This doesn't seem like a bad weapon set either. It's funny to me.
Yes, they're still there. They're still there.
Oh, good. It's funny to me that they put so much effort into like such strange places.
Yeah, it's like, and then I was like, oh, all 25 songs. And it's like, man, they choreographed all these things, or did all the animations, made all these songs, and it's just like, man.
That's crazy.
Or maybe it was like 15 or something. I can't remember, but it was a lot of them.
That's so nuts.
Yeah, so much effort.
Well, at least there's a way to get back. If I remember where those amiibo cards are.
Yeah. I was like, man, I might need to buy one. And I saw like the big man amiibo. Just him alone, not the 3-pack, is like $22 Amazon. Might be worth it.
Yeah. I've definitely thought about it.
Yeah. But it's like the only problem with that is like, then I'd have to open that one.
That's true.
Which I've opened most of my amiibos, but the last few I've gotten I haven't. That's the Banjo-Kazooie one. I got the Zelda Skyward Sword one. And the Loft Wing.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a few others. But yeah, so it's like, But,
yeah, I've got the Metroid Dread ones and Ganondorf.
Oh, that's the other one. I have the
still packaged.
Yeah, I have the Emmy.
Yep.
And the Samus one. That was easier to get. I wish I could have gotten the squishy Metroid amiibo. That
I
one
know,
was
right?
impossible to get.
Man. I wish I'd gotten that one.
Yeah, I don't give. Most of the time, I don't give any crap about the functionality.
This one's
Because with Samus Returns, it was like, oh, you get harder difficulty. They already had the hard difficulties, but this was even harder. So you take like 4 times damage instead of 2 times damage.
Yeah.
Which I don't think anyone was going to ever do except for the completionists did it.
Jeez. Yeah, that game's hard enough as is, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard enough on the regular mode, and then you unlock the hard mode where it's just double damage.
And then extra hard.
Or and there might be some other things. There might be some other aspects that make it harder too. But not anything that makes it more interesting. Just changing either how much damage you do or how much damage you take. But then the other one's just like, okay, we're even more so. We're doubling that. So it's like, okay, yeah. Because I remember there was a lot of controversy Nintendo was locking content, and I'm like, yeah, they just came up with the laziest thing to do.
Which I think is, you know, it's like it's better than having nothing on the amiibo, and also doesn't make people too mad if they don't have the amiibo, which I think is a pretty good line.
I think a lot of people, it was reported as they locked the alternative difficulty behind it, and that was the only one.
Yeah.
But they have the regular hard difficulty that was in the original one there. This is just the even harder. Or not that was in the original, but that you accept.
Right.
So, I think a lot of people were thinking that's what it was. That's how we got kind of reported. But yeah, I think one that was like a perfect balance of got some functionality.
Forgot there was water there.
Nothing that people are going to feel like is locking content out was the Smash stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you get a training partner. Some people had some fun with that,
but it's
nothing
kinda,
that felt like you're missing something from the game. The amiibo partners.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that one worked. I know a lot of people wanted Nintendo to do like the whole amiibo-based game or Skyline and stuff. I kind of glad they never did.
Oh no.
Oh no!
What?
I
No!
got revived.
The
I got
wave hit all
revived.
of us, but we stayed dead.
Is that usually the case?
No, usually it delays it a little bit longer. I swear. But maybe they were dead for like 3 seconds. The wave brager. He'd be so angry.
I do think this is my least favorite stage.
Wait, what?
I think it's my least favorite stage, though.
I think I might agree.
That's in this game.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, there.
Oh wait, no, there is the one where you cross over the other side.
Oh, that one's the worst for sure.
Ooh, yeah. Like, I like the bottom level, and it can be okay if you don't have to deal with the other side.
Yeah. So
That's
this
if
one's
you
still
ignore the
better than
problem.
that one though. Like,
Yeah.
I
This
don't think
one
there's
can
any
just
way I
become
could
kind of a
argue.
pain when it, because of the gray area. It can get really cluttered when it's high tide.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So this one is second.
Second
I
worst.
had to get over. It's definitely, yeah. The other one, it did bring back one of the best stages from one, but then probably the two.
Oh yeah, actually,
One
I played a
last
little bit the other day, Salmon Run, to just get the scales.
Yeah.
A couple days ago. It was several days ago now, but and I actually got that newer stage, the rail stage, and I'm like, finally! I swear I've only gotten it like.
We haven't played on it yet.
Yeah.
We separately we have, but.
Yeah. So
Such a
I've
good
played on
stage,
it
too.
twice. and
Such a good
it
stage.
never shows
Like,
up when we're playing.
I feel like it's like, and it's not even a competition. It's just a well-designed, fun stage.
It's cool. It's cool.
It takes into account the throwing. Like, it feels like it was designed for this game.
Yeah.
For this version of the mode.
Dude.
Just like that one tower stage in Splatoon 1 that felt like it was designed for this, but it's stuck in Splatoon 1 and it's never ported to this game. Weird.
Yeah.
I'm still salty about it because I was like,
I mean,
oh, I
it's
think I'll like that
understandable.
stage now if they bring it over.
Yeah.
That stage will make so much sense.
But no.
Nintendo can be very weird.
It's just Nintendo doing Nintendo
Just
things,
about
baby.
stage, at least. I mean, I guess the one stage is marginally better that you can throw across from the other side. It's still the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes it a little better.
Still sucks.
It's still usually a bad choice to go over to that side.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fly fish.
You have to.
No! I got splatted before I could kill it. I got too greedy. Oh, it's so nice. No, I got rejected. Ugh.
Okay, now that was a blue question. Do you think Sony would ever port Astrobot over to PC?
No. I highly doubt it. It's their only good exclusive on the PlayStation 5. They've got to keep it.
See, that's the thing is, I probably would end up buying it.
Yeah.
Maybe not day one, but probably definitely eventually because it's right up my alley.
Yeah.
Love 3D platformers. If they did, but they probably shouldn't.
Yeah. From a business perspective, they probably shouldn't. It's gotten such positivity. I don't know. It's like PlayStation 5 might have one of the smallest lists of exclusives of any console of all time.
The Wikipedia page is hilarious, and a lot of those have asterisks of,
Yep.
well, this one's not out yet, this one's like a tech demo, this one's a
Timed
expansion.
exclusive or something.
This one's also on PS4. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have much, and so they gotta keep what they have. Like,
and then you have like Nintendo's, like, we had 100 and something exclusives sell over 1 million copies.
yeah.
So it's just like, oh boy, yeah, the difference is there.
It's stark for sure.
Do you see Donkey's video today?
Yes.
He's making so many videos. That's crazy.
I need the money to afford a PS5 Pro.
See this gameplay? It's a console.
I like the Roblox, Valorant, and
Yeah, yeah.
run a lot of eggs to the middle. Yeah.
I died trying to save someone else.
No.
You need to get to the middle. Use his special. A lot of people don't know you can get eggs in while you have the special. Lost one match, which was kind of infuriating because everyone was dead, and one guy had was using the Kraken, and there was just eggs piled up all around the basket.
And they just weren't putting them in.
Yeah, I think they didn't know they could. They were just swimming around like, oh, there's nothing I can do. Like, you can do it. You can do it. You're right there. You're literally right there. You can pump them.
Press A. Press A. You'll see.
You'll just.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing until you mentioned it that one time, and I was like, oh. Our emotes, yes.
I assumed it wasn't until I'm like, but have I confirmed that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then when you found that out and told me, like, I was like, what? That special got so much better for this mode.
I found it out first with the inkjet. I'm like, okay, that works. But it doesn't work with the Kraken.
And the inkjet's definitely the harder one to do that with. You have to actually drop down, and it's a little slow to get down there. Kraken, though, you're already there.
It's not ideal unless you have to.
Right.
Or if you really are going to be more useful doing that, then there's not
I got the Kraken, which I'm excited about because I feel like it's a really good, kind of sick special for this mode. The invincibility is just so nice.
And, if you get in that similar situation where it's like you have the eggs and you can't get them in, can't get them saved the day.
Right.
Just have to worry about the wind up and not dying.
Yeah.
I saw a video today. It was American Psycho. There's one of the scenes from that, but Jerma was deep fake into it.
Yeah.
It was the axe killing scene.
Oh yeah.
And then Paul, when he goes, "Hey Paul," and Paul turns around and he starts killing with the axe.
Yeah.
They deep fake me into that Paul. It was perfect.
That's hilarious.
And they also used an AI voice to do that. Which it wasn't a great AI voice. It had a lot of glitches, but that was kind of made it funnier.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. But I was thinking, man, it would have been funny if they put Vinny there, because this actor looks a lot like Vinny. And then someone said it was Vinny, and I went, I need to check the original scene. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, they did put Vinny there because that's not what.
So
That
funny.
is Vinny.
They look so similar.
Yeah, it was like the fact that they put that little bit in there because it's just for like half a
Split
second that
second,
character
yeah.
turns around. So they put that little effort in there, but most people probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
But okay, that's pretty funny. Because I was like, it'd be perfect if it was Vinny who was killing. Weird thing to say, but
Yeah, you sound a little psychopathic, but you know.
oh, it's because Vinny's one of my favorite streamers.
Want to see him dead. Wait.
Yeah, I want to see. It's in my headcanon that if he was gonna be axe murdered by someone, it's definitely Vinny. It's just a completely normal thing.
Yeah, it's a normal thought. Don't feel ashamed. Where I'm chilling.
One of those movies, I probably see it sometimes because I just know it more
For
from
memes.
YouTube videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the card scene.
I gotta watch that at some point for sure. Man, all the goldies have been given one egg. Shoot.
Oh, good. Splash down.
Nice.
Get him in. Get him in.
Oh, I got him. Oh.
Good job.
Luckily,
the
somebody
Kraken.
else got one in as well, but that was a little scary. It was not looking good out there.
Yeah, that one did get hairy.
Harry Potter. Sorry.
You're a wizard. Yeah, I did say wizard.
Oh, dang it. Oh wait, we still got an egg room.
I've seen too many brain rot videos.
Yeah, haven't we all?
Oh, I saw something quite wretched
Oh no.
today. The trailer for the reboot of The Office.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, remember they announced that a few months ago.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly, but I understand if you've heard that. But you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Amazon is doing a reboot of The Office.
That makes sense.
I mean,
So it's
first
stupid.
of all, I would say don't.
Yes. But it
But
seems
the
like a
way
very
they're doing
Amazon
it is
thing.
definitely not the way to go about it. So it's The Office, but it's Australian, which I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because originally you had the British Office, and
Yeah.
they got the rights to the American version. Like, okay, well, if they do their own thing, because both of the offices kind of their own thing. No. It is the exact same show, at least as the trailer, shows it. The characters have different names, but it's like, okay, they're just doing that character. They're just doing that character. Okay, this is female Dwight. This is Jim and Pam. I mean, and it's so just like, the trailer wants to make it obvious, like, this is supposed to be that character. They have a different name, but it's that dynamic. The Office looks similar, like, very similar setup. Here's, Michael Scott. Here's this character, here's all the archetypes. And it reminds me of when you'd get, like, a direct to DVD sequel, live action sequel.
Yes.
They can't afford any of the actors.
Yeah. Like Home Alone 3?
Yep. I was thinking of like Dumb and Dumber.
Ah.
and you just get some no-name actors, and they're like, just try to act like those characters.
It's so weird to me because I don't know who thinks that that'll actually draw an audience. You know, like I can't
Yeah,
imagine a person who would say, "Oh yeah, no, I could see how there's a huge hole in the market for exactly that."
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, there's a chance because a trailer for the show like that's not going to. It's gonna be hard to convey it well,
yeah.
and it could be that the trailer is going out of its way to make those connections more obvious than it would be in the show, and maybe the show would
Oh yeah,
be better
maybe
at
it could
differentiating
be
itself.
the
So there's a
situation.
chance. Um, but I don't know. The trailer was definitely not doing any favors to it. So, but it's like, okay, yeah, that's like the least appealing thing is just it feels like it's just discount everything.
Right.
Like even if it was like I feel like if it was bad, but they tried to do their own thing, you at least give them that.
Yeah.
But if they're just directly just trying to recapture the other show, but well, I mean, I maybe would have been a little sadder if they still were supposed to be the characters. But they're trying to be like, this is what that character's supposed to be. Because this is Jim and Pam, and he even does the little Jim look at the camera at the end of the trailer, and he looks kind of like Jim, but he's Australian.
Australian Jim.
And he's in love with the secretary who kind of looks like Pam, and they have kind of basic names like Jim and Pam, but it's not Jim and Pam. I can't remember what the names were. Yeah, it's the same dynamics.
I love that for them.
Directly. So it's like, that's the wrong way to go.
Oh yeah, I also it's funny because I haven't heard a single peep about the what is it called? Rings of Power show.
Yeah.
Like the second season has been coming out or came out. I don't know if it's done. Nobody's talked about it.
Apparently it's had like around half, if not a little less than the viewership.
That is great. Finally, maybe they'll be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't keep wasting $1 billion
Maybe we
on.
shouldn't make the 6 seasons we were saying we were committed to no matter what.
Yeah. When it's so garbo.
Yeah.
Oh, stupid.
I find it weird that they're still committed to the bit of trying to convince people connected to the Peter Jackson ones. Because they've multiple times, on multiple occasions, they've done little PR campaigns where they've hired actors from the original ones to do little things, either, say things against the haters or do little promotions for it. And it's like, but it has nothing to do with the Lord of the Rings show they were a part of.
Yeah.
But they want you to make that connection. Like, well, obviously they wouldn't hire this person to do a little TV spot for it if it wasn't.
Isn't it crazy how a bunch of mega series that I loved years ago have had nothing but absolute dreck come out? Where there's you have Harry Potter, and it's just gotten worse and worse. You have Star Wars, it's gotten worse and worse. You have Lord of the Rings, it's just gotten worse. It's every massive franchise has just been cranking the absolute turds out.
There's just
as fast as possible.
An expectation is like, the IP is enough, we can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah. Which is crazy because nothing has actually confirmed that. They've all been doing it, and it's all been doing badly.
I mean, I think
sure,
sometimes
Star Wars did numbers in the box office.
Yeah, at first, but it declines so heavily by the third one, which usually, in the past, every Star Wars movie in the trilogy has seen more sales.
Yeah.
For each concurrent entry. But by the third one, it was less than half of the box office.
Crazy.
Which is very telling.
Yep.
Like, oh, it still crossed $1 billion. Barely.
Which is still insane to me. It was such a bad movie.
It's Star Wars. The other one did like $2 billion.
That is insane.
The Force Awakens did.
And that one wasn't even that good. But it was just enough to be like, hey, this has some potential maybe. You know, this one's a carbon copy of 4, but maybe the other ones will be, you know.
They'll work it out.
Yeah.
They didn't work it out.
No.
I am very guilty of giving them a lot of credit and being like, oh, they'll fix that. Give them a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
The faith in Disney was one of my weaknesses.
Yeah, which now sounds insane, but at the time, I mean, they were cranking out like a lot of good Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I mean, it's been working out with Marvel.
Yeah, and now we see Marvel.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah.
It didn't last, but at the time, it wasn't as crazy. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might have mentioned this before, but I do think if the IP will still do well, might work for Minecraft.
Yeah, I think that will be the only reason it does well.
Like, the thing I'm curious about, because I think even if it's horrible, it might still make a few $100 million and be able to make a profit.
Yeah.
It could still just straight up do $1 billion and do really well, even if it's horrible. And that's what I'm not sure of.
It will be interesting to see.
The only thing that I have more confidence in is it, you know, I don't see it being good, so. Like, I could see it just being ripped apart, and maybe that prevents it from getting what would have been an easy $1 billion, but it still does well enough because enough kids go to see it. But yeah, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
I think if it only makes like 300 million, 400, that I would consider that a telling figure of what should have been.
Yeah.
A far easier win.
Oh, I tried.
They might take that as,
did it.
Oh, we're Warner Brothers. Usually we lose a few $100 million on the movie. We'll take that. we'll take the 75 million profit from this.
Right with it. Make a couple sequels.
Ooh,
oh,
nice.
A gold. That's rare. 1 goal scale, indeed.
Nine scales were given to the.
I do think it's funny now because 1 gold scale seems really like a hilarious thing to celebrate when they're just in the awards now, like the rewards.
In the rotation, yeah.
Yeah. Like, yay, we got
like,
one after
months.
Yeah.
Like 4 to 6 months that go by before I see one.
Yep. And there's just stupidly expensive gold scale items in the shop, and I don't know how they ever expected like anybody to buy those without sinking their entire lives into this mode.
Which some people have, it seems.
Yep. Everybody's got, like, somebody's got all of it, I'm sure. Probably a handful.
I wonder
of
if they
people.
feel like maybe they wasted their time.
Oh yeah, now that the scales are available. Yeah, no, I would be like, oh my gosh, I could have, like, why didn't they do this earlier?
You know, it's still a grind, but I I imagine it saves so much time comparatively.
Oh yeah.
That you can get some guaranteed ones
I got you, Sleepy. There you go.
every time.
No, Cohawk. The big fry.
Yeah, the only reason that Office reboot exists is because it just does monster streaming and has for over a decade.
Yep, it just keeps cranking out the money.
So they're like, well, we have to do something with it. But it's like, yeah, but the only reason the show worked is because they had the right cast and writers. I mean, a lot of the writers were the cast
Yeah.
at the right time, and it just worked out. I mean, but the concept and everything is like, yeah, you can't just recreate it.
No.
I mean, the best you can do is do something inspired by it and hope you kind of figure out something.
Make it unique somehow.
Hope for the best. But yeah, I mean,
But this seems like they're going for the exact
from what I
opposite.
understand, I didn't watch a lot of the show, but from what I understand, like Parks and Rec started out as a similar type show, and eventually kind of found its own identity and got a lot better over time.
Yeah.
Instead of being, I wouldn't say a rip-off, but definitely
Inspired
going
by.
for that same type of vibe.
Yeah.
And then they found more success when they got a little more wacky, where they're, found their own voice.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing the Office pseudo-documentary or whatever you call it, the documentary style. There's an actual term for it, I guess.
Docudrama?
Docudrama? Something like that.
Yeah. There are mockumentaries. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be mockumentary. That's like a Final Fast movie.
Yeah. What a weird movie.
I know I'm in the ballpark of what they call that style show. That there were plenty of takes on it in the 2000s because The Office did so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I just find it so weird. They're just like, it's this character. I mean, it's not that character, but we want you to be like, oh yeah, that character.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
not. It's thinly veiled.
I'm kind of curious because I could see it maybe doing well enough just because people would be like, yeah, I mean, it's background noise and it's kind of like The Office.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what they're hoping for. It's good enough. It's
That's
familiar.
absolutely what they're hoping for. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
Like,
it's familiar. Maybe they figured that all out, and that's purely what they're going for. It doesn't
Comfort
have to be
junk
good.
food.
It just has to be familiar enough. Yeah, the more I think about it, it might actually work.
yeah.
Like, it maybe not, like it might not stick around as this thing, but for something that still gets some good screen numbers on for a little while and be worth the time.
It's gonna capture that bluey audience that is craving some Australian accents.
Oh, you know, as the Blue Yawn audience ages out of the
Yep. You gotta keep making more Australian content to, like, trigger nostalgia for an accent. Which is kind of crazy. I wouldn't have thought.
I mean, the thing is, it's crazy enough.
It might just work.
Yeah, it's like that might be an actual thing with some people.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't doubt.
It was funny. I was gonna bring up. I was at work and I was bringing up Bluey, and two of my coworkers that I sit around that were in this conversation were like in on the conversation, and they have kids. And I was like, oh yeah, you guys know about Bluey, right? And both of them were like, how could you not? It's fantastic. and like both of them were unironically championing it as a show for kids and adults, and it was really
Championing it.
funny. They got very into it. I was like, oh, I was just gonna talk about the aspect of Disney not having any new IP and wanting to just buy good IP and run with it, and that's one they really, really want. But they haven't gotten yet.
Well, I mean, Disney Plus, if you look at their streaming numbers, that's like
Yep.
half of it.
Yeah, it's like literally half. They're streaming.
They're not even making any episodes currently.
Yep. It's 3 seasons long, and it's just constantly watched.
It's watched on repeat.
Which I think is amazing. And, of course, I pray that Disney never gets their grimy fingers on it, because they will ruin it. Like, the original author's vision will not continue. There's no way it's going to be remotely as good. And it's most likely going to be way, way worse if they...
Yeah, I haven't had any exposure to it until recently when the nieces and nephews were over.
Ah, yes.
Although I mean, it's good for, like, it's respectable content for kids compared to a lot of the other stuff, because the time before they were over, I remember they're watching Coco Melon and oh boy.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no. It's a huge step up.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, please watch Bluey instead, please.
Yeah. Oh, why did it kick us out?
Did things switch over? I wasn't paying attention.
No, we didn't switch over.
Oh, you know what? I think I might have
backed out.
I might have backed out because we met our bonus.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Just because I'm used to seeing that and getting out.
Yeah.
Then I just rejoined.
I figure...
Because I'm in autopilot.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about Bluey and those Australian accents. I do wonder if they had the exact same show without those accents. Kind of curious.
If it would have done as well.
If that is part of the show's success.
I swear, like, it contributes at least a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's everything.
Yeah.
But I think it's something.
There is something to it. It's so prolific that there are words that Gen Alpha pronounces with an Australian accent, like, pretty consistently, apparently. Like a handful of them. Which is so funny.
The psyop by the Australian government. They've been playing the long game.
Like, our culture's been trapped
like,
on the
we're not
island
gonna
for
let
far
Canada
too long.
make the first move. It's the Aussies all along that you have to be worried about.
Nice, Sleepy, nice. Whoa, that was weird. That scrapper blew up and all snakes just flew over, like, across the across the stage. Landed somewhere completely different. It's crazy. When the 96 gal is like my least favorite weapon to get in this batch, that's how you know it's a good batch.
Yeah, it is a good set.
The 96 gal's great. I like it.
Yeah, there's nothing here that I'm like, oh no.
It's so rare.
Yeah. It's only because it's a little slow.
Yep.
I mean, it's strong.
nice for stuff
Slosher
like
would be
this guy.
bad, but taking out fly fishers is such a good thing.
Yeah.
It's such a boost.
You know what? Maybe the Explosher is probably the worst weapon. Like, but the satisfaction you get from killing flyfish with it is like
there's
it's
excitement.
worth.
There's some excitement of, oh, I hope I see some flyfish, and that's a rare thing.
Oh yeah. It's
driven
literally
by,
the only
the
time
bend.
you ever think that phrase. Dude, this stinger just keeps aiming at me across the map. Thank you.
There's one comment that's pretty good on the video that talking about Coco Mountain. There's a parody video. It just called something like, it was, try to grab an officer's gun or something like that. it was a song. And it was like, when you see an officer, go try to play this game with them where you go and try to grab their gun. This fun game you play, they had a song about it.
Oh.
And it was just in the style of the Coco Felon video, and there was a comment on it, first talk on it was Coco Felon.
It's too perfect.
Yeah, but it's one of those like, oh boy, these are one of those videos that might come up on autoplay when your kids are watching.
Yeah.
Like, it's hilarious, but it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, probably not the best thing. But
Yeah.
this is wave 3. Didn't even realize. A little chaotic over there. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. I was like, oh, there's no way this egg is making it back to the basket. But I saw you hanging out. I'm like, yes. It's a chance. Nice. Okay, so should we go until we get another boss?
That sounds good.
And then decide from there what we want to do.
Maybe the modes have switched over by then, or will switch over.
Oh yeah. 54.
It's almost 10. I think I'll switch over at 10.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if we'll get a boss in time.
Oh, well, that's fine. We'll still go until we get a boss.
We're pretty close.
I just care about if Splat Sounds is still going after.
Fishy pudding? Wait, what? What are you? Was that somebody's title? We go in dark mode? Nope. Yeah, it's Jacob's. Wait, Fishy Pudding is your title on Jacob?
Wait, what is my title? Because I changed it recently. Oh, Fishy Pudding. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes it is. Because I was like, I couldn't decide what I was going to do because I was scrolling through. And then I just came on and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of wretched. Let's leave
That
it there
works.
for now.
That works.
Yeah, because I was like, pudding. I can work with that.
Is there no Giga?
Yeah, I looked for it.
Oh.
I did look for Giga. Because I saw pudding first. It might be in the game, I just don't have it.
I'll have to check to see if I have it. It seems like a title that would be in there somewhere.
I mean, there's so many titles, there's a decent shot.
A little chaotic up in here. Oh.
Oh, good.
Good.
Well, not that
Nice.
everyone died. I was saying good because a lot of people got squashed there. Or, not a lot of people.
A lot of
the,
enemies.
2 of the, steelheads. That's what I was going
Got
for.
you. Oh!
Oh, I beat, Danganronpa.
Nice.
It's weird to say beat a visual novel. I got to the end.
You got to the end of the visual novel.
Yeah. They have like the little bonus mode and where you can use some extra stuff that's non-canon.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Other than that, yeah, it was good. It was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched through it. It was pretty fun. There's something weird about it because, like, maybe this is spoilers for the other Danganronpa games, but it feels like there's a lot of weird jank and like leaps in logic, but for some reason it's still like pretty dang entertaining. Somehow.
Yeah, and then there's a few things that like I assume this is more explained in future games.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm afraid to look up stuff because it's really easy to get spoiled. I got spoiled by who was the mastermind.
Oh yeah.
Very early, just because of a Google little sidebar, because like, oh, I looked up something related to the game at one point.
Right.
So it was like the most evil characters in the series.
And it just had
Number 1, this character who's controlling Monokuma. I'm like, I'm like in chapter 1. Google.
The thing is, like, it is a pretty big reveal if you don't know it.
Yeah.
That's the
I
problem.
mean, I didn't know like a lot of the little extra details around it, and how I thought things were behind it. There was extra twist to that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of things, and like a lot of the other stuff in the game I didn't know. Like, so most of the game, but that was like one of the reveals. So it's just one of those things. Like, thank you, Google. Very cool of you. Very cool of you to put that right.
Pretty easy to get
Right there.
spoiled.
Yeah.
Oh, it's stuff like that. I'm waiting for my sister-in-law to finish Danganronpa 3 so that I can borrow the PlayStation 4 and play Bloodborne.
Oh, that's kind of funny that that's what she's playing.
Yeah, interesting timing.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you watched any of the anime adaptations?
No. I heard they were pretty... I mean, it was just like the cutscenes from the game, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know how people feel about them, so I'm not sure.
I've heard they're pretty rough. Like, most people that do it are like, yeah, just play the game. But then
Like, I don't know if it's like worth even checking out if you've already played the game.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's literally like line for line. They just recreate the game, which is a little bit of a bummer. But when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, that could be neat. And then I saw side-by-side comparisons of the execution scenes, and they are just identical, like almost perfectly identical. That sucked.
Yeah. After
Sorry,
playing
Sleepy.
the game, though, I do think Monokuma would be a fun character for Smash Brothers.
Yeah. WTH.
I've heard that thrown around before, but now I understand the.
What happened to
potential.
y'all? We were busy. We were busy talking about Danganronpa.
It's important stuff.
Listen, Sleepy, you wouldn't understand. You've only watched like Demon Slayer. That's the only Japanese media you've consumed other than Nintendo stuff. I had the worst weapon, bro. Well, yeah. So it was your fault, is what you're trying to say? I'm just kidding.
Oh, there's an angle. We can take flame off ourselves.
Oh, Sleepy had a bad weapon that round. No wonder we lost. I literally
Oh,
do
I
not
mean, that
care.
happens. That happens to everyone, I suppose.
It happens to all of us, Sleepy. Don't feel too bad about losing us that round. It's not like really your fault if you try to, you know, divorce the blame from yourself. Not your fault. More your weapon's fault. But also kind of. Anyway, we can we can talk about something else. I imagine Sleepy just seething as she's sitting there playing the game, like focusing.
Yeah, we should probably buckle down. Make sure we're
Actually paying attention. Yeah, maybe.
Get this boss. Ah, yeah, I need to get that fly fish. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been pretty decent about saving people. Even when we were talking about Danganronpa, I did save. Wait, maybe I did. I actually don't remember what happened while we were talking about Danganronpa. Kind of like a flashbang went off.
I go in autopilot really easy.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Have it run. And while I can sometimes do just fine, it's definitely not 100%.
Yeah, autopilot isn't perfect.
It's like
It works pretty
60,
well.
70,
I imagine
50.
it's a lot like piloting an airplane. It works really well until you need to land, and our landing in that was just surviving wave 3, just the last like 20 seconds, and we just didn't land it.
Yeah, that is actually super apt.
Explosher time. We got a fly fish, maybe? A little hard to kill fish sticks with the explosher, we'll say. I almost got it. No, they survived a hit. A direct shot.
So I'm not sure if I'm going to get the other games in the series on Switch.
Yeah.
Because I was reading that there's some problems with the ports.
That's so sad because it's just a visual novel.
Yeah, yeah. So
why would the ports have an issue?
So I guess they ported it from the original engine to Unity, and it was kind of a shoddy job.
To a shoddy engine, huh?
Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of eggs in the middle.
I'm making my way back. That's a lot of big shots.
Try to survive.
Can't. Try to clear it out with the crab.
Oh, I was right there.
Oh, we all
right there at the
died?
egg.
That's how we lost?
We're so close.
Oh no. Well,
At least we're
guaranteed
going to get the boss a
Yeah.
little quicker.
I think this was all according to plan, really. I mean, losing
I
on wave
stopped
3
talking
was definitely a time loss on that split, but losing in this one, maybe not so bad.
So the first game's mostly fine on Switch, but I did notice that well, the one issue is when you're moving around the school,
Oh yeah.
it's a little laggy when you move the camera around.
Like the only part that has 3D graphics.
Yeah.
that
And I
aren't
was thinking,
pre-rendered.
yeah. I was like, is that supposed to be the case? Like, well, it's a PSP game ported. Maybe that's just how it was. But because I was, worried about what was going on with the Switch, I'm like, I'm just gonna look it up. That's how it's supposed to be. And then I read it's like, oh, that's just how the Switch version is. But it 2's worse. Apparently has a lot of crashes. Then 3, like the mini games, have a lot of problems in the courtroom, and to the point where, like, in the last case, it's extremely difficult, like nearly impossible to do it because there's so much lag.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, wonderful. I haven't checked if there's been any patches that maybe fixed it, because the games go on sale for pretty cheap. But otherwise, I might look for other options at another time to play them.
Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Also, you're more likely to catch better sales and all that.
Yeah.
Holy. Oh! Well, this was a bit of a jump scare. I wouldn't have panicked if I didn't squid roll and roll right into the launcher, and so I didn't move at all. I'm like, oh no! Nice. That's
Yeah,
great.
what you were saying before about there's a lot of kind of stretches in logic, but it's kind of it has its own charm.
Yeah.
That's very similar to Professor Layton, or not Professor Layton. I meant Ace Attorney.
Oh.
Where
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird logic in that game. I guess you could say the same for Professor Layton.
For sure. But I think the difference is that, like, Professor Layton's not really a visual novel, is it?
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's got elements, but it's not a visual novel. It's more of it's a puzzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's where the
Point click.
yeah, that's where the differentiation comes in.
Yeah. But yeah, Acer's definitely like it's its own weird world.
I'm struggling out here. Sleepy's struggling out here. Oh man, this is tough.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Holy, okay, I'm trying to get out to Stinger in college. Oh, hey Quarks, how's it going? How goes college? Oh my gosh. I get up, say hi to Sleepy. Hi Sleepy, for Quarks.
There we go.
Oh,
I squeezed right in there.
whew. Swoosed right in.
Yes, yeah. It's like this is the only way we're getting out of this.
Yeah, that was very close.
Yeah, I feel like this section is so small they can get so crowded.
This map, yeah, it's probably the second worst map and also the second hardest map.
Yeah.
Now I'm realizing that
Like-
I rank them based on difficulty. Now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
all the new stages were pretty good, but before the last one they added, they were pretty simple.
Yeah,
Like they were good, but they were simple. The new one was like, okay, yeah, this one is more complex, but it's still well designed.
yeah. Gives you options to
Shame we
escape
didn't get more like
difficult
that.
situations. Yeah.
But at least we got a good one to end it.
But in Split 4 on the Switch 2, man.
We'll see what type of mode they give us.
Yeah. Like you said before, I think I will be a little disappointed if it's just Salmon Run again. There definitely needs to be a PvE like mode like this, because it's fantastic. But
because I feel like lore-wise,
yeah, it doesn't
Salmon
make much sense
play
anymore.
into it somehow.
Yeah.
Well, because you have whatever's going on with
Little Jed.
And there was that kind of message after the last big run.
Save our salmonids thing, or no, that was.
Oh no, in the recent one.
Yeah. The little message.
So I
Wait,
kind of wonder. Oh, Mr. Grizz, he went in the statue.
Oh yeah.
Mentioned some things about how many eggs they got. I can't remember. There was something I was like, that's interesting. About the amount of eggs they're getting.
Yeah, I wonder if in this one in the next game if they're gonna make the storyline kind of based around the salmonids and then.
I was thinking like, could they show up in single player?
Right.
Instead, and of course, I don't think they would recycle the enemies in the same way. They probably remix them or something.
Yeah. But then, I mean, if they have it in the single player, it's also feasible that they just keep the salmonids in the PvE as well.
They could just do a restructure of it, like so make it like some tower defense elements. A lot of different enemies.
It's messed up.
If they overhaul it a lot.
Right.
Have some upgradable elements to it. We're so close.
Yeah, we have to go again.
He's full steam.
Room's open.
Oh, I'm in the with.
Oh wait, I didn't create the room properly. That's.
Did he go down the private?
No, I just I hit A too fast, and so I didn't hit yeah, and I looked away from the screen. And then I'm like, oh, gotta confirm that it's on now.
I had to check that I wasn't in private.
Right. I wonder how many people have used the private match option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that it's there. Don't get me wrong.
It'd be nice if you can kind of create your own private servers.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
But no, it's not. Not
for like community nights and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. In Mario Kart.
Yeah. Mario Kart, man. If only I had bought that game a second time. I can't believe it. It's like I played it a decade ago, Mario Kart 8, and I was like, no, surely 9 will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow, and it didn't. It didn't.
I'm gonna carry that shame of being so adamant that, well, one, I was like, oh, of course there's gonna be a 9 on the Switch. They would never do that, just because this one's so successful, people are saying that they're not going to make 9 because the 8's doing so well.
And then they didn't make 9.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to re-buy the game.
Yeah.
Unless they like had really cheap. Because I've been in the mood for Mario Kart for a few years because it's been so long. But no, there's no way. And it's been too long. Then the DLC happened. Like, gosh, dang it.
The DLC was the death knell that I was waiting for. Like, either they're gonna announce Mario Kart 9 or they announce like more deluxe stuff. And they announced more deluxe stuff, and I'm like, Oh no.
I mean,
And then they said
announced
it's going to be
DLC
shipped
for-
out over the next like 2 years or something, and I'm like, oh no.
Yep. It's like, okay, at that point, it's not happening until the next system.
Yep.
They're writing it out.
Gosh dang it.
They've taken whatever they worked on and they're moving it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's some egg.
Such an absurd
You're
gap.
like, oh, I picked up the egg. Oh, I don't have an egg. Oh, now I have the egg.
I feel like we talked about this before, but what is the next longest gap between Mario Karts? Was it
Oh boy, I actually
wait.
don't know. Because a lot of them were fairly close together.
Yeah. I mean, they really packed them in there. You have like the Wii and then Mario Kart DS and
You had one per system. There was one per system
yeah.
since SNES. The only systems that didn't have it was original Game Boy and NES.
Crazy.
And I guess Virtual Boy, if you want to count that.
And Switch.
Right, a new one, yeah. But yeah, the only reason I ended up rebuying it was like, okay, well, you can get DLC free if you buy the expansion pass.
Yeah.
And now the game's on sale for like $35. Cheapest it's ever been. And they're doing that DLC for 2 years. Fine. So they got me.
I mean, they nearly got me. But I'm holding out. Holding out hope for a Switch 2
I was
eventually.
a consumer and I consumed. And I feel that shame.
Bro 8. Shoot. No. Chum. 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 Oh, no. They've just been absolutely dumping me into the chum bucket over and over again. Just getting killed by chum over and over. I'll never be free. Oh no, I tied. Oh, no.
Okay, well, I have one special. What special do you have?
I've got
the,
2 with the Booyah Bomb,
signal.
so I've been saving up.
Illusion-matic's nice for getting behind those scrappers.
Yeah. Oh, we got a fly fish over on the far edge. Oh no. Caught in the grates. No. I was just trying to help our teammate out. Making my way across the grates.
Yeah.
Swimming slow. Thank you.
Trying to find a good way to get over there. I have no range.
Oh no. There.
Okay. Time to use it.
Can't quite see past the. Dang. Slamming lid cage. Actually, I kind of want to stay up here. No. It's gonna attack eventually.
Oh gosh, dang it. Flipper floppers. I barely got pushed into.
No, no, he blocked it. He blocked it. No.
Oh, I was right
Oh, that's the flipper flopper, man. It got
floppers
right
got
in the
you
way
too.
of the bomb. That's so. Happened both times.
Yeah, there was a pile of eggs, but I was barely got right
Can't
to
do
the
this
Venn
anymore.
diagram of 2 flipper floppers.
Sleepy,
And then they
you
went
can
and
do
pulled-
this one more time. I believe in you. One more
Cheese curd
time.
stays with us. There's, I can tell by the name if they're trustworthy. Cheese curd.
Cheese curd.
I can trust him. Or her.
Man, cheese curds. I haven't had them in a long time.
Yeah, that's what do you do?
Wait, can
for
Sleepy
the
literally
stream?
not do this anymore? She left outright. she's gone. Are you getting your stuff, or did Sleepy leave the stream too? I wouldn't blame her after that display. Although I don't think that one was too bad on my part, but
No. You just fumbled it.
I'm firing it up. I'm so sorry, Sleepy. We failed you. We failed you pretty miserably. Can't do this anymore. Oh. Whoa. Scream went black for longer than I expected there. Isn't there usually like a fade transition? I don't know. There's some sort of transition there. That got skipped.
Well, we lost cheese curd and we gained infinite and ligma. I feel like that's a cursed combination.
Infinite ligma, it has to be the worst way to die.
I know. You didn't just die from ligma, you got infinite ligma.
Oh no.
So sad. Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. That's such a good video.
So I like the Half-Life version.
Oh yeah.
That's what reviews do.
Yeah. Oh gosh. At least I got the bomb in as well. Oh
Going to
gosh.
throw a bomb by mistakenly threw an egg and I didn't have I didn't have any.
Oh my gosh. Slamming lid.
There you go.
Duh. It was a little tough. I think Ligma just used both of their triple splashdowns on wave 1, which is not a great start.
High tide on this level is
Oh yeah.
hard mode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of wonder if this level is worse in this game than the first, just because of the higher difficulty, because this section gets formed so heavily.
I mean, it has to be, right? Like this
Yeah.
this mode's definitely harder.
I feel like they maybe should have increased the size of it a little bit.
Yeah, I give a little bit more room. High tide. That would go a
Because
long
it is
way.
cramped.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Not
I tried
nice.
to jump. I didn't jump. Man.
They're all blocking my shot. Did I get you before that closed?
Yeah.
Good.
Someone did. So if you're the one attempting it, probably you.
Shoot, where
I
are
got
they?
pushed out crab. Threw a bomb out, they get you.
Holy, holy. I can't get back. I can't get back.
No way.
That is insane. I will say, I don't think we're gonna get far on the boss with these two. I don't mean to be mean, but they are dying a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, free us. Free us.
I've got one triple ink strike left. Should be good for saving. Oh. Ligma. Ligma.
I have an impulse whenever you say that, and it's not a good one to have.
No, I know. That's part of the reason I keep saying it, because I'm like on the verge of completing it, but not.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes me understand that the brain rot has existed before.
Oh yeah, it's been prevalent for decades. Oh, this is bad. It's an understatement. See me running, gunning. Oh. There any fly fish on the field? I need to get them. I just died. Yeah.
We're shaking them off.
Yeah.
I know one doesn't normally recover from infinite ligma.
Yeah. I mean, now the problem is I'm gonna have to say anytime that we run into somebody that is pure garbage at this mode, I have to say they have a case of ligma.
Infinite ligma. Ooh.
Yeah. They did not.
I was
great.
You know, I think you would have had a better chance that round if I didn't hang around them and just was saving them over and over again.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, there was nothing to be done there.
If I saw them dead down there and just went, I'm just sticking up here and getting eggs in, I think it would have gone better.
Yeah, I'll save them when I have time.
If they happen to run in front of one of my shots, I suppose could hurt.
Yeah, like Infinite at least had a lot of saves. Saved a lot of people.
Oh, we got Infinite. You know what? All right.
You know what? That's fine.
They work together.
Yeah.
I mean, I was wondering if that was intentional, but I guess not.
Nope. And we have Shinji as well.
I wonder if anyone's ever bought Tainted Shrimp. I mean, I guess because we have the same.
Yeah, the little accent mark. I think
Yeah.
that gives it away.
But other.
We never did change it for the Splatfest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, they did confirm that there's no more updates to the game other than balance.
Oh, okay.
And they said that there will be more Splatfests.
Really?
The repeats of the seasonal one.
Oh, I see.
So the, whatever the, Halloween called. I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
Then the Frosty Fest and the Spring one and the Summer one. I think there's one for each season. So I guess one per season.
Every quarter, pretty much.
I'll just repeat those for the near future.
Makes sense.
Probably for 2 or 3 years until maybe they'll have more out by then. And big runs will also still occur occasionally.
Oh, nice. That's good. I mean, once they introduced the triumvirate, I was in. I was like, we better have these after 2-year mark.
That might be worth coming back just because that's pretty fun. It's like a real challenge.
Well, maybe it's just not meant to be. Well, we're just playing to 10:30 on this, I guess.
Yeah.
uh,
We're
I understand why Sleepy couldn't do it anymore.
I don't blame her.
Not
Oof.
one bit.
I had the exposure though. Like,
Part of the reason I left. Oh no, I said again. Maybe it's fine.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Yep.
Part of the reason I left. I don't want you to mention what the other parts of the reasons you left were. Just in case they're hurtful.
I'm very tender.
I can't take a jest or a barb or I can't. I don't have the mental capability to.
You send me a gift of Professor Layton taking off his hat, and I'll break down in tears.
Honestly, though, dude, that one hit like crazy. That's one of the only video games I've like teared up to.
Seriously, though.
Which is so funny to say. Oh yeah, there's this puzzle game called Professor Layton. I cried a little bit.
Well, why? He took off his hat.
Yeah, it was a very hard hitting moment, and him taking off his hat was just like the deal breaker. It opened
After
the floodgates.
3 games, he took off his hat.
That's when you know it's sad. The hat comes off.
I hope they eventually find a way to bring those over.
And seriously, I love those games.
Because I want to play them again, and I'm getting to the point where I'm fairly certain I'm forgetting a lot of the puzzles, which is good.
Oh yeah, I've
That's
forgotten
what I want.
most of them. I
Yeah.
guaranteed. I think there are a couple that stick around in my head, but not many. Not many.
And I still want to play the third one of the prequel trilogy, and I want to play the Ace Attorney crossover.
Yeah.
So
Professor
those are
Attorney.
just impossible to find physical versions of. But I'm hoping level 5 can get together and make a good late game with the new one coming out next year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up because they've been in a rut, and also the Puzzle Master's been dead.
Yeah.
'Cause I heard the puzzles are pretty neat, and little spin-off they did. So
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I don't know if they'll try to reinvent it. But I feel like they need to, like, somewhat. Still have, like, a puzzle focus. But,
I mean, it's 3D now, so
yeah, so...
fully reinvented. It comes out and it's just like Donkey Kong 64 with better textures. And Professor Layton does the stand-in for Donkey Kong. None of the other characters change.
White? I mean, he's used like a weird machine gun that he put together from a
Slot machine?
but
Yeah.
since when does it shoot? When does he have tokenized gun? That's weird. It's a weird addition. I like when he goes banana. That's so weird.
My favorite Professor Layton quote. Oh, banana.
Luke.
They just changed those voice lines just to like fit. They just have the DK rap, but they changed the lyrics like barely at all.
I want my
His slot
gritty
machine
follow-up.
gun fires in spurts. They don't actually change the gun at all, but they change the song. No.
Jeez. I I was so hoping the story of the new game was him starting at the funeral for Luke. He needs to get revenge. Be kind of like John Wick, but it's
Professor Layton, John Wick. I feel like they could do something with that, you know, like faster paced puzzles and maybe some third person shooter elements and
close quarters fighting.
oh, there we go. Fencing. I forgot.
Discombobulate.
I forgot. You just it's a fencing game. Finally, the fencing game I've been waiting for.
Yes, I remember when he just hits people to discombobulate. 50 times. Gets all buff.
Flatfish. Great.
There'll be a great HD port of the original series on the Switch 2, but you'll need to buy a second Switch to connect to the top port. And then recreate the DS screen. It's required. The only way to get the full experience.
Trying to get this guy, but he keeps. We're playing musical chairs around the dang basket. Oh, just barely surviving wave 1. At least we got some
Okay,
good
yeah,
specials left.
Another thing I found interesting with that leak is so many people are like, oh, they're going to announce it like tomorrow, because they're forced to, and I'm just thinking, no, they aren't.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're gonna announce it
Are you
when
kidding
they're
me?
gonna be- Yeah, and like some people when they're like, oh, they're filming the commercial for it, that means you're probably going to see it like this week, and I'm like,
They're filming the commercial. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, I'm like, or even if it is done, it's probably going, like, there's still the whole marketing plans, other things that need to get in order.
Yeah.
I don't think they're just going to hurry and move it up at a win. So my kind of thought of when they're going to announce it, my logic is with announcements and releases, they like to give 2 weeks at minimum, but usually they like 3 weeks for a major release or like a direct or something.
Yeah.
They like to give that much room. So I'm guessing we're going to get the Echoes of Wisdom next week. And exactly 3 weeks later, we have Mario Party Jamboree. But I feel like that game, they don't feel like they need to give it 3 full weeks. I think they'll just let it have its launch week. And I think the next week, in October, the 23rd on Wednesday, or just sometime close to there, will be when they do a similar trailer.
Right.
Dude, I didn't have a good special.
I did, and I just didn't use them in time. I was in an awkward spot, and I couldn't. I don't like this map.
Yeah, this map is pretty rotten.
It's been a rough night of Sploon. We had Splat Zones, which really sucked, into Salmon Run, which has been inordinately hard. That's an appropriate color scheme.
I was going to say when they did the first Switch announcement, when they did that little teaser.
Thanks, Sleepy. Thanks.
That was October 20th, 2016. So it'd be a very similar time. So that's my logic. That's what I think is going to happen. If I had to put on a date, I'm saying the 23rd of October.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad theory, estimation. $96 gal. I'm glad I'm getting out of the way on wave 1. Wait, maybe I'm not? What is this mode? Oh, okay, yeah. No, this is fine.
I think the Exploiter
Can it?
Yeah.
It's too bad. You don't have it.
I think JDJ knows the works well, so.
That's good.
As long as they know. JDJ knows that the Exploiter
Instantly kills mud mouths. Did you know it kills fly fish too? This gun, you've been delivered. Will soon deliver you. Oh. That Goldie up top. I love that. Honestly, that big fry swinging his frying pan at me worked great. Threw me right across the gap to the basket to put the egg in. Pretty rare that that works out that way. Nice.
Oh. I think I get off of him.
Oh. Small fry, so sneaky. stank stinger. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I expected to die down there. For a split second, though, I felt like I was about to escape. They boxed me in. Shoot, man. Oh.
Okay.
I survived down there way longer than I expected the end there.
But I have both my specials. I have the, can't remember what it's called, the little, circle one.
The little circle one? Wait.
That saves everyone.
Oh, yeah, the wave breaker.
Wave breaker, there we go. I lost
The
that
circle one. I'm like, a lot of these make circles.
I think I called
in
it
their
the
own way.
signal or something last time. Like, yeah, that's not right. Why can't I remember?
Wave breaker, dream maker, ink taker. Oh, I don't know where to go. That's all from there. No, 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 no. They're just, they're passing me around. They're bullying me. Nice. Oh gosh.
Oh no, it disappeared right before I could get it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Use the
Yeah.
specials.
I got caught down here too. That's my mistake. Dude, I just have to use this to survive, huh? I just have to use a special to survive? I can't... Oh!
Oh. Oh, man.
Sorry. I almost peeked the mic there. Wow.
Our teammates. We can't take credit. You.
No, we definitely were the weakest ink on that wave. Okay, got an explosher. Nice. Oh, I missed with one. I'm so sad. Where are the... Oh, there's the bosses. Okay. Oh.
Headshots do more damage.
I don't know. Seems unlikely. Crab tank.
31
Yes.
seconds. 31. Oh, nice.
The crab tank, baby. It's
Crab
actually
tank
so good.
It's so good for Kozuna. If you know not to use it when he's about to jump.
Yep.
And then just use the greater top. Okay, I'll take 2 silver.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. We gotta go see what our haul was for the rest of the stuff, but... Oh, looks like Leet is live, so maybe we'll raid into him. I always forget the raid feature. Always.
Hey, I mean, it's kind of rare that we'd be like our teammate came in, but
Yeah. Bit of a miracle, that one. Well, we did it. It took, what, like 6 rounds?
It took a lot of pain.
was a lot. Ugh.
Can't believe Sleepy didn't want to endure another 8 rounds
I know, right? Crazy.
for 2 silvers.
I'll keep the new gear. Why not? Swap for chunks.
I think it's always 2 things. But 2 guaranteed gold for filling up meters. Crazy.
That is crazy. Chunks, chunks, chunks.
Awesome. I bagged up 50.
Ooh, new gear.
50 gold.
Nice. Okay. Sweet. Okay, well, I guess this is where I'll wrap up stream for tonight. Thanks for watching, you guys. Let me find our outro music. I was on the wrong menu. There we go. Nice, beautiful. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for playing Sleepy, even though it was painful. It was fun, though. It was fun anyway. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you have a good night. And we will raid into Elite. Here we go. Thanks again. And have a good one, you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you all later.